welcome, Adam. I'm glad it got to you. Sorry it took so long. I don't know why that rope took, 3 or 4 days longer than what it said it was going to get there. I'm sorry about that. Connection's kind of rough across here. Is it getting better? Love, no, it's evening time. It's like, where are you at? Probably went down in Kentucky. Thanks, Matt. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I got out there watching me drive down the interstate. Hi, Paul. How's things going in Canada? Hi, Wild Bull. How's Ohio? Are things starting to green up pretty good up there? Hi, Miguel. Been hot this way. Yeah, I see that. You guys have been under heat warnings. We just had a cold spell across here. It was 35 degrees a couple mornings ago. horn back there, Wild Bull? Oh, that's good to hear, Paul. I drove to Winnemucca to pick up a couple horses to haul back to Fallon for a friend. Sounds like a good time, Paul. Have you got to go to any of the brandings up there this year? Well, that's pretty good then, Wild Bull. Maybe even a little bit ahead of schedule in some spots. But when I went to college in Iowa, they used to, well, and Wisconsin, but they say knee high by the 4th of July. Is that kind of the same in Ohio there, I'd imagine? Oh, good deal, Paul. That's awesome. I've been to 4 brandings. Well, 2, 3. I think I branded for about 6 brandings total this year for, I think, 4 different people. So it's been okay this year. You guys cut hay for the first time there in Ohio? Oh yeah, that sounds like a good plan, Paul. How big a place are you gathering? Finished up our first cutting of hay here. Hey. My little girl's with me. I'm sure you guys can hear her. She's wrestling with my hand in the passenger seat. Poplar trees and evergreens, I imagine that can give them plenty of places to hide and try and brush up. You have any good dogs? Oh, thanks, Wild Bull. She travels pretty good. She likes to go places and do things just like I do. dogs, especially in that brush. Day after tomorrow, I'm headed over to coastal California again to help Cole and Shiner and them guys. Have you been watching the channel long enough, Paul, to remember those videos? I think I posted them in September of last year. Hi, Spiro. How are you doing? Hey, thanks, Dylan. Yeah, Paul, you remember how brushy that country is, so they're over on the coast. If I understand the job right, we're going to gather and wean and process and brand and do a whole bunch of stuff. It should be a good time. I think Shiner and Enrique, and I know Cole will be there. I'm not sure who else will be on the crew. Been fencing all day. Oh, fun stuff. I did some mechanicing this morning, and then was gonna do some housework, and I ended up going on this road trip kind of last minute, hauling some horses. Should be out Friday, actually. I got to get it edited up tonight so I can post it. I'll post it before I leave. Brindley, stop. I'll post it before I leave, and then it'll become public on Friday. I'm hauling horses back to Fallon there, Spiro. They're going with me over to the coast, and it saves me a whole bunch of driving Thursday night to haul them today. So yeah, Paul, everything wants to brush up when it's hot out. I think it's going to be fairly warm over on the coast too. Did those cattle stay up where we put them at, Dylan, or did they try and fall back down to the flats? What's up, Steven? How's it going? Brad? All right. Where are you at, Steven? It was 130 miles one quite 2 hours each way. Not too bad of a deal. You're in Dubai. Holy cow. What time is it in Dubai, Steve? Hi, Chris. How's your day going? Alright, you got me. I do have, on the analytics side of YouTube though, Stephen, I do have some viewers in Dubai, so it didn't totally surprise me. Norfolk, Virginia, and Addison, Texas. Well, how's things going back there? You guys hot and wet like the rest of the Midwest? We're going home, baby. 10 o'clock, yeah, I believe that. Starting to cool off for the night then? Part of Texas are you in, Chris? What are you guys doing up there in Virginia right now, Steve? By Dallas? That's pretty cool. I imagine you're a Cowboys fan then, huh, Chris? Just hauling horses home from Winnemucca back to Fallon. Eyes on the road, yeah. Yeah, I got my phone wedged into the dash of my pickup. Hopefully it doesn't crack it again. It is a second gen. No, you're good, Steve. You're all good. The way Nevada's laws read, it's got to be a hands-free device, and I haven't touched it since I went live, so technically that's hands-free, right? I thought it was pretty smart. So off to the right of the screen is Right Patch Reservoir. It's actually got water in it this year. Some years we just call it Rye Puddle because there's no water in it. Okay, Stephen, adios. Good talking to you. Oh yeah, it's pretty different scenery from what you're used to there in Ohio. On the left side of the screen is Florida Canyon Gold Mine. It's an open pit mine. One of my really good buddies works there. like old Nevada myself. A lot of people don't understand it, but the desert gets in your blood and you can't ever get it out of your blood. Remember on 310's channel 2 or 3 years ago, Brindley, 2 or 3 years ago, they went out and branded on the Sea Punch Ranch. The Sea Punch Ranch is to the right of the screen, all that country out there. You guys can't see too much, a little bit of the flats here, and then on the very edge of the screen, some mountains, but that's where the Sea Punch sits, and I think it's over 1 million acres. It's huge. Thermal plant on to the left of me right now, and they have had a drill rig stacked out with the mast laid down for a couple of years now, and I noticed today there were some guys working on it when I went by. Maybe they're going to punch some more holes and get some more geothermal going. buy a pizza. I've never stopped to see if the pizza and beer is any good, but Maybe someday. Yeah, it could be good pizza. One of these times I'll have to try it. I don't know, it's just where it falls in the state here, you never need diesel. I mean, gosh, the only reason to stop there is if you're tired and you need a cup of coffee. It's just kind of in a weird little spot out here that unless you're going to the reservoir or the mine, there's no reason to even pull off the interstate there. I suppose when you know, like interstates were like the 2-lane and you had to stop more often for gas, I suppose it was probably a pretty common stop, but man, I bet 99% of the traffic just drives by it now. How's the weather up in Washington, Spiro? Did you guys get pretty cold? Yeah, I've heard of people doing that stratosphere deal. I've never done it myself. They had one of those great big swings in Reno that we did in high school. Yeah, Spiro, we had one morning that was 35. That was, I don't know, it seems like we always get a day or two in June that's pretty chilly, but that was a little colder than normal. We didn't get any moisture at all out of that storm. Lots of rain the past 4 days. Man, the only rain we got in June was one little isolated storm came through one afternoon right after we cut hay, and it proceeded to turn nice horse hay into nice cow hay. But oh well, what do you do? My wife and I tried to go into the stratosphere for dinner one night. Let's see, it would have been 2016. I had some hand surgery done down there in Vegas, and the night before we went and we wanted to go eat dinner up top, and they wouldn't let us in because we didn't have nice enough clothes on. Apparently that's like a suit and tie sort of restaurant. Walking somewhere for dinner that night. I forget where we went, but I remember that Google Maps took us right through a kind of a shady neighborhood. Got so much rain on Saturday it filled the water troughs. Holy crap. Man, if it did that down here, people would die. For cowboys, a nice button-down shirt and a clean pair of pressed Wranglers was not nice enough for that restaurant. live in big timber country, so it soaks it up. Oh yeah. Yeah, big timber country is pretty used to getting the rain. Were you on the stream a little bit ago, Spiro, when I said I'm headed over to coastal California again Friday? That's redwood country, so it can get its fair share of rain, and the coastal marine layer fog will roll in and stuff like that. Nice. Yep, that's a fun trip. It's such a different country from what I'm used to that it's a challenge every time I go over there, but it's always fun. That's a fun crew to work with. I don't know how well I'll have phone service on the way over there, but it's kind of nice having somebody to talk to, put the miles on the truck, so maybe I'll go live again on part of our drive over there. I mean, Ollie and Baker, they only hold a conversation so well. Running cattle and timber can be tough. Yeah, it definitely has its own sets of issues. I can only imagine what it's like down in Arizona and New Mexico and West Texas, where it's the mesquite thickets and stuff like that. It's just got to be a different world down there. This exit right here is Oriana and Rochester. I imagine that's just two little ghost towns now, but some of the Basque families around here will use the word Oriana to describe like a slick or a long-eared calf. I always thought that was kind of a neat thing to call them, kind of different. Sorry about that, guys. Lost you for just a second. Went through that little dip. What subject and grade of school do you teach, Spiro? The Northern Appalachian. What's the Northern Appalachians like? Are they lots of trees and pretty steep? Or are they kind of like big rolling hills? How far of a drive is it from where you live to that property you're talking about? is just over the other side of those mountains, but I'm still an hour from it. I got 9 people. Who else out there still? Or who's new? Who just joined the stream? Where are you guys from? How you doing? Chopping up somewhat. Has it got any better now that I got through those little hills there, Wild Bull? Catching bits and pieces now. Alright, we'll see if it smooths out. If not, I'll have to shut her down here, but we'll see what happens. We're coming up on Lovelock, decent sized little town. You would think cell phone service would get better, but maybe it's not. Out. I see him down to 1 viewer, so it must be pretty rough still. Oh, up to 4 viewers now. Maybe it's coming back. Audio doing any better now? video doing? Can you hear me now? About 5 minutes or so, and I'm going to go through a bunch of spots where it's bad, so I'll probably just shut the stream down because it's going to be in and out all the way till I'm home basically after that. But we can get through Lovelock here. What's diesel cost up there in Washington right now? We're about 360 here, 350, 360. $3 range is not my favorite, but that $4 range, it hurts. There is nothing fun about that $4 range and above. When diesel got so crazy a couple years ago, I was living on the Nevada-California border, and I saw diesel, gasoline, all the grades of gasoline, all of it. It was all just $9.99 on the like on the sign outside the gas stations. State passed a tax last year. It's gonna be a hefty tax. We got some counties here that diesel's taxed pretty hard, but fortunately the county I live in is not one of them. On big screen TV I can hear you now. Deal. Wild Bull, I said just a couple minutes ago, I only got about another minute or two, and I'm going to start into service. It's not very good, so I'll probably shut the stream down. But before I get to that point, I just want to say thanks for the conversation and all that. The video that's coming out this Friday, almost 60-cent increase for the previous tax year. That's asinine. And really, all the money they make from those taxes, what benefits it do for the average guy? Probably not very much. But anyways, the video that's coming out this Friday